shots went through the window, and I was ducking behind the chairs in the donut shop.
You gotta know it. You gotta know it.
She was performing there, and this guy with the hoodie just walks in through that gate and just started shooting.
I hear some shots, right? So the shots I thought was just part of the music, the performance, and then I heard 3 really loud shots. I think the rapper was screaming, I'm hit, and she was just laying on the ground until the medics came.
Tragic news out of Oakland, California. Rising rapper Tan DaGod, whose real name was Aliana Green, was shot and killed at the grand opening of Glamour Beauty Supply. Just days before the event, Tan DaGod took to social media to promote a meet and greet at the beauty salon, excitedly inviting her fans to join her at the new Glamour Beauty Supply in Oakland. She shared a heartfelt video showing her enthusiasm and eagerness to connect with her supporters. On the day of the event, Saturday, Tan DaGod posted another video from inside the salon, capturing moments of joy as she met with her fans and celebrated the grand opening. The atmosphere was filled with positivity and excitement. Around 5 p.m. on Saturday, the celebration turned into a scene of chaos and tragedy. In a shocking and devastating act of violence, Tan DaGod was gunned down during the event. The Oakland community is now mourning the loss of a talented artist whose life was cut short. Despite being rushed to the hospital, Tan DaGod succumbed to her injuries. Friends, who wished to remain anonymous, spoke of the young entrepreneur's bright future and dedication to her music. What was meant to be a joyful occasion ended in heartbreak. In a podcast interview with Lil Blood 2 years ago, Tan DaGod shared the story behind her stage name. After initially calling herself the GOAT, she chose Tan DaGod to project confidence in herself and her work. The historic beauty shop, which had closed in May, reopened under new ownership. The new owner, who declined to be interviewed, invited Tan DaGod to the event because of her support for Black-owned businesses. In the days leading up to the event, Tan DaGod took to social media to promote a meet and greet at Glamour Beauty Supply, inviting her fans to join her for the grand opening celebration on Telegraph Avenue. The owner of Glamour Beauty Supply organized the grand opening with the vision of creating a safe, family-friendly community event. Haspain was one of the artists invited to perform at the event.
Just connection vibes, just family vibes. It's peaceful, and people just showing off their talents and just being themselves.
Local vendors, artists, and a chef were invited to showcase their talents and bring the community together. Witnesses reported that around 5 p.m., a group of about 6 masked men approached Tan DaGod outside the store and began arguing with her. Moments later, gunshots rang out.
They were just doing party, and he just stopped by and started shooting.
Shots went through the window.
Shots went through the window, and I was ducking behind the chairs in the donut shop.
Witness Saul Cho, an employee at a nearby Korean barbecue restaurant, described the situation. He said, "She was performing there, and this guy with a hood just walked in through that gate and started shooting."
She was performing there, and this guy with the hoodie just walks in through that gate and just started shooting.
Vincent, a shop worker, described the chaotic scene, initially mistaking the gunfire for part of the music.
And I hear some shots, right? So the shots I thought was just part of the music, the performance, and then I heard 3 really loud shots.
He mentioned that people rushed into his shop for cover from the shooting. While police have not disclosed what led to the incident, friends of the rapper believe she was targeted, a sentiment echoed by witnesses. Saul Cho said, "He was just shooting at her."
He was targeting her only. I saw it, he wasn't shooting at everybody. He was just shooting at her.
The rapper was screaming, "I'm hit."
I think the rapper was screaming, I'm hit, and she was just laying on the ground until the medics came.
Ernest Holloway, a friend of the rapper, expressed that she will be missed in the local music community.
You know what I'm saying? When she walked in, the party got started. You know what I'm saying? She was full of energy, full of life, and full of love.
Meanwhile, business owners in the strip mall hope that gun violence won't strike so close to home again.
I'm concerned about the safety of our customers. If they don't feel safe, they won't come into the shop anymore, and that's kind of like bad for business as well. And this is a mom and pop shop.
According to the event's owner, the gathering had ended over an hour before the shooting. The Oakland Police Department is currently working to identify the shooter, and no arrests have been made yet. Ernest Holloway, better known as UNC, is a longtime friend of Green and collaborated with her on this music video. He described her as fiery and passionate about her career.
She was fiery, like she had a different spirit.
In addition to her music, Green was an entrepreneur who recently opened an Airbnb in Florida. Holloway explained that Green was only in town for a visit and that he had plans to meet her at the event. "I feel guilt because I know if I had been present, I could have taken precautions to ensure it wouldn't have gone that far," Holloway said.
Because I know if I'd have been president, I could have took precautions to make sure it wouldn't have got that far.
The motive behind the shooting remains unknown, and the gunman is still at large.
I mean, and right now, Oakland, we like crying out, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just death after death after death. And it's like, we need to find a way to get a hold to trying to at least put a stop.
Grief and tributes quickly spread across the community and social media in the wake of Green's death. Fellow Oakland rapper Mr. FAB expressed his sorrow on Instagram, revealing that he was originally scheduled to attend the same event but did not. In his heartfelt post, Mr. FAB remembered Tan as a hustling-ass go-getter with a world of ambition, drive, and courage, and a heart big as Texas. He expressed his love for the fallen artist and extended warm wishes to her family and supporters, known as #TanNation. His words echoed the profound loss felt by many who admired and loved Green. Footage from the incident revealed broken glass and a hole in the back window of a car. Police responded to the shooting in the 4000 block of Telegraph Avenue around 5 p.m. The victim was declared dead at the hospital, while another person was injured but is reported to be in stable condition. As the investigation continues, Holloway hopes Tan is remembered for her caring spirit. A nearby restaurant worker described the suspect as a male wearing a hooded sweatshirt.
They were just doing party and he just stopped by and started shooting.
Family and friends gathered outside Glamour Beauty Supply in Oakland on Sunday, many in tears as they paid tribute to Tan DaGod, a beloved local female rapper and entrepreneur. Tan DaGod, an emerging artist from Oakland, California, was celebrated for her soulful melodies, compelling lyrics, and vibrant stage presence. Her musical odyssey started in her youth, where she found solace in writing poetry and channeling her emotions through music. Over time, she cultivated a distinctive style merging R&B, hip-hop, and soul influences, which deeply connected with audiences worldwide. Her recent work, including the official music video for Mac and Cheese, not only showcased her raw talent but also reflected her fearless spirit, chronicling her personal battles and victories within the music industry. Gunshots disrupted the strip mall on 40th Street and Telegraph Avenue around 5 p.m., sending people fleeing into a nearby donut shop for safety. The Oakland community is grieving the loss of a local rapper. Within hours of the shooting, tributes began to accumulate outside the shop. Flowers were laid along the sidewalk, forming her name, while mourners embraced each other, overcome with sorrow.
Yeah, everybody ducked and hide behind the cars and stuff.